Too often I hear somebody say, oh, I can't deadlift because I've got a bad back, or I can't squat because I've got bung knees. But that is exactly why you should be doing those things. We need to regress those movements back to a variation you can do, and then slowly build up from there. Injuries or weaknesses are often highlighting a weak link in our chain, and if we avoid anything that uses that part of our body, all we do is further weaken the chain. Now, sometimes an injury or an issue is so bad that, say, even a bodyweight squat isn't going to be helpful for you right now. So we need to regress even further back to something like a leg extension, find a load that's appropriate for you, and then work up from there. But the goal should always be to get back to doing those things and not continue to be limited by them. A good friend and colleague of mine, Carly Dillon, has literally had her knee surgically reconstructed several times after her Taekwondo career, and then has gone on to win the Masters World Powerlifting Champs, which, if you weren't aware, includes squatting a whole lot of weight. Another friend of mine had his spine reconstructed after a motorcycle accident, and then after several years of rehab and then training back up, was able to get back to the point where he could squat 200 kilos for reps again, which most people can't do even if they haven't had their spine fused. Now, these are extreme examples, but I bring them up to highlight the fact that even if you've had, knee surgery or a herniated disc or something, it's not a life sentence for never being able to lift even moderate weights again. Now, the more severe the injury, the longer the timeline is going to be. You might be looking at putting in several years of consistent effort rather than just a few months. But what's the alternative? Like, are you just going to have a bung knee or a bad back for the next 30, 40, 50 years? And what's 2 years invested in rehab when you have the next 50 years having a better quality of life? And the sooner you start working on that, the sooner you can get back to where you were and probably beyond. Now, if you want to know how to enhance your life with strength training and make it a manageable part of your week, then follow along, because that's what I'm all about.